today.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And leading him out is their fifth-year quarterback.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and the rankings, they don't matter to him very much. I don't know how much I should believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number one, including himself.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now a play fake here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, nice move. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Back to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The numbers there for Brown from a week ago. Comfortably up over 100 yards when cruising past that number and 2 touchdowns.
How'd you like to be the D coordinator this week? He watched that game last week, and I know his first thought was, we have to find a way to take him out of the game plan.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great play there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are on the board first here this afternoon. The extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive, 4 plays. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down second and right at a yard. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 20 carries, 83 yards.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play. And I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams. Because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's McKinney, and they will only muster a yard here at the 38. I mean, look at this defense. Currently #1 in the NFL against the run.
And I know, just like me, you're fired up about this one because this is the irresistible object and the immovable force. Head-to-head, #1 versus #1. I've talked about that running backs renaissance for a while. Can they slow these guys down? Where's my helmet? I want to play.
Jeez, you are fired up. Something's got to give. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's McKinney. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. A quick throw, but incomplete.
And Charles, you think about this offense, it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0, looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench, just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular season?
I'm telling you, you don't ask the easy stuff, do you? I mean, you created a heck of a situation there, and actually you didn't create it. You presented it, and you're exactly right. It is tricky because your eye has to be on the ultimate prize, which is the Super Bowl. That's paramount. But at the same time, how much fun would it be to go down as one of the all-time great teams and join the 1972 Dolphins as the only undefeated team to win a Super Bowl?
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and they will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher.
A touchdown! A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Egyptians are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Well, he's used to running at that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now here's Baldwin. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's Andrews. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2nd and 14. This will be caught by Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. And he'll make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Boldly with it over the middle. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. They'll look to throw. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. It's their quarterback in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bucs have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way out and still put the ball in the end zone.
And just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Point after here coming up. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away.
So we've reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat, and it's the Patriots out in front at halftime. The Pats still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Next, we'll stay in the NFC South. We head to Atlanta, check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Bryce Young has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And at the half, they are down to the visiting Dolphins in that one. The Dolphins trying to hold on and claim victory.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. This taken in right around the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch in football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. McKinney. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Off-play action. Curtis. He finds his man, complete. It's Davidson. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. To throw on third down, Curtis. Got his man complete over the middle. That's McKinney. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 42. The third down conversion is successful, giving 12 yards that time.
Certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. They'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we play 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Now a handoff up the middle. It's McKinney. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's McKinney fighting his way through contact. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They'll pick up 11 in addition to moving the chains.
Well, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On 1st and 10, Curtis. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we're all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Well, this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. They go play action here on first down. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. They wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
So a roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard after the 36. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. 2nd and 9 now. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This one, he stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a timeout called for. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
Here now, 2nd and goal.
A touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. The quarterback run has eaten him up all game long, and there he goes again, this time into the end zone.
And what I like about what I'm seeing, absolutely running almost with impunity. He's not worried about his body. He's not worried about sliding. He's not worried about protecting himself. He's worried about getting yardage. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got to start figuring out what these blocking schemes are and finding ways to defeat them.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
This fielded right at the goal line. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The situation for him offensively as follows. Down by 7. A little under 40 seconds to go. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, wide open, complete.
obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Now the try here for the extra point. Extra point forthcoming. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And Parker, you and I both know the save calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play down the field and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop him with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. He hits Baldwin right side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Two timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. And it's going to be taken down now with a penalty flag on the field. This is 1st and 10. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play into overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for the Buccaneers, they are now 2 wins away from a perfect regular season as they run their mark to 15-0 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Memphis, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.
We got London on the trip.
Whole club selling out of here to doing stadiums. Gold diggers don't come around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it too real for real, and that's that made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Yeah, whole club selling out of here to doing stadiums. Small business don't come around, they don't survive my radius. All I talk about, and that's what really made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. The whole club. McLaren way too white to be shooting in the odds. I'm sleeping good at night, see the door don't got no locks. To be spiteful, she best friends with the ops. And you need better stops. Standing on my money, dog. Please don't get the involved. Ain't nobody running off. Rules to the basics. I can't be no son-in-law. I can't take the summer off. I make it look good and all, but this is no vacation. All the goons, they respect me and I know it. Watch your words and your tone, you not a poet. My advice, please don't try to be heroic. Let me know they whole club selling out of here to doing stadiums. Gold diggers don't come around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it too real for real, and that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me